Hi, it's Hakeem here, Managing Director of Hand Associates, and we're a management consultancy firm which focuses on improving the sales and marketing effectiveness of organisations using key account management methodologies. Now, in the 16 years in which I've been in this industry, I have noticed that one of the biggest challenges to sales success is having an effective sales plan. Now, there's many reasons for this, and they range from the fact that lots of plans are written and developed for the wrong people and not for the actual people who are going to benefit from them. So often they're written for the management team and not the sales team. They're often overcomplicated, having things in there that are not really going to be used. They don't necessarily follow any business methodology and hence just store a lot of data, and they're very regularly activity driven. Now, obviously, a company like ours, what we try to do is provide solutions and not just point out those problems. So we've developed a simple but effective online planning tool called Going2Plan Account Planner. Now, we believe that it addresses all of the problems that I mentioned earlier. So it is written for and by salespeople. It's simple and it's online. It follows our own methodology, which basically breaks it down into what are your overall objectives, then what are the decisions that are required to achieve those objectives, and then what actions do you require to make sure that those decisions move in your favour. So there's a methodology behind the system. And what we've done is focused on actions and outcomes, not just activity. So what I want to do now is just take a couple of minutes of your time to actually go through the Going2Plan account planner. So you log into the system, and as you can see here, this is the home page. It's got a little box here which basically tells you how to get started, and then it's got your navigation buttons at the top. As I said, this little box here tells you how to get started. So number one, it says click the account button to create new account. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So once you click on that, so what you do is you want to create a new account. You press create new account, and then a create new account box opens up. All of the information there, you add account name and all region, etc. The one area I will highlight is that there's a little box down here that says starred, and if you tick that, then a gold star appears next to the name. So that is to identify your key accounts or your significant accounts that you want to be identified as separate accounts. So I'm not going to fill this in because it's all self-explanatory. So what we'll do is move to the account page, and you can then see how we then start working with those accounts. So here we are. This is how you'd have built them up. You'd have added all those accounts using that screen. Click on this little button there, which is the arrow, which is just view the account. It allows you to see just the top line information about that account. That's the edit button, and that's then the delete button. So that's as simple as it is. That little star there, as we said, shows that it's a significant account, and they're then ranked in alphabetical order on those stars. So that's the account. The next thing that you'd want to do is actually then add people to that account. So you just click on add new person, simple as, and again a create new person screen adds up. You'd fill that in, very simple, similar to what we just saw with the account. Then that button refers to deleting, that's the edit button, and then that allows you to view information about that particular individual. This is just the information that we've just added in, showing all of the information about that specific individual. Okay, so you've now added in the accounts, you've added in the people, and then you go back to the account profile because it's now time to start some account planning. So if you go to the overall objectives, you can obviously add an objective there quite simply. That will then take you to this screen, which is the objective screen, as in the objectives against your account. You can see that we've got 3 objectives there, and if you want to get any more information about any one of those 3, then you just click on the button. The plus button here refers to adding a decision, and the way that we build up our account plans is that you have an overall objective. You then define what decisions are required for that overall objective to be achieved, and then you just add it in. And what you can see down here is the decisions that we've put in, and these refer specifically to that objective. So the next step is really to identify your decision-making unit through the influencer matrix. So if you click on the influencer matrix down here, That then takes you to the influencer matrix. But if you want to add an influencer to that matrix, you just click on that, and this is a table with all the people in. You then add influencer. Those influencers are obviously pre-populated from when you put the people in. You select the name of the customer. You decide what the support of the company is. So let's say he's positive, influence and power, let's call him 1, and let's say he's an economic decision maker, and then it's as simple as that. That then creates it in the table, and if you want to then just check that it's in there, you look there. Marco Balotelli is now down here, and so the last thing that you want to be able to do is then add in the direction of influence, because you've now put all your key influences in there. You then add in the influencer matrix, and all you do is drag and drop. So whoever influences who, direction of arrow is the direction of influence. So, and then you drag and drop it like that. That then has built up the influencer table. You click save, and you've built the decision-making unit. Now, the key thing about any decision-making unit is then what do you then do with that? So what you want to do is then build an action plan specifically around these people to ensure that you're delivering the correct results. So if you go back to the account planning page, you then want to build up a plan around these key decision makers, and you just click on there to add a plan, and then you put your notes and you press create. That then opens up for you the action plan. So what you've got, if you just refer back, got your overall account objective, you've got your decision that is required, or one of the decisions that is required to achieve that. Then you've got your action plan, which is based around the customers and the specific actions. And the good thing here is that obviously you can do this for each one of those. Now what you then do, we've got an export to PDF button here, which then allows you to take that action plan out and that account plan out so that you can have it with you at all times. So that then loads up, and then your action plan is like this, and this is specific to that objective. So what you'll find is you've got your action plan, there's your objective, there's your due date, those are your opportunities, that's your decision, that specific decision, that's the decision making unit with all the dates, barriers, actions, etc. So if we go back here, there's just one more thing to show you. If you go back into the decision making unit, what we've done is made sure that we've linked all of these customers. So when you're looking in this decision unit, if you click on any of these customers, then it'll go directly to that customer screen. So it goes back to the screen that we've seen before, and if you click on this button, list actions for person, then the actions that you saw in the previous screen around the action plan, then they all link into that individual. So you'll have the action plan overview, but you also have an action plan by individual customer. So you then go back to the account page, clicking on the button, and you're then back to exactly where you started from with all your accounts listed there. That's a whistle-stop tour of Going2Plan Account Planner. There's now a button below the video which will give you instant access to Going2Plan. So click on that button and happy planning.